Aqua Earth Explorer.
Today we're counting down the top 10 best beginner-friendly dive spots around the world. If you're new to scuba diving or still figuring out which end of the snorkel is up, don't worry, I've got you covered. These places have calm conditions, crystal clear visibility, easy access, and plenty to keep you entertained between dives. So grab your fins, check your air, and let's dive in. Number 10. Cozumel, Mexico. We start our journey in Cozumel, Mexico. This Caribbean island is legendary for its drift diving. Basically, the current does all the work while you just float along like a piece of seaweed. Beginners love it because there's no need to paddle frantically or worry about losing your way. You just relax, ride the flow, and watch the underwater world roll by. The reefs here are bursting with color. You'll see turtles gliding effortlessly, nurse sharks snoozing in the sand, and schools of angelfish that seem to pose for photos. The visibility often stretches over 30 meters, which is like diving inside an aquarium where the glass walls have disappeared. The best time to visit is between November and May. That's the dry season. Less rain, calmer seas, and a lot more sunshine. Cozumel is still diveable year-round, but you'll want to avoid hurricane season unless you like your diving with a side of adventure weather. Above water, Cozumel is full of history and culture. You can explore the Mayan ruins at San Gervasio, shop for handmade crafts in the main square, or just kick back with some tacos al pastor. Trust me, nothing says I earned this quite like tacos after a 2-tank dive. Number 9. Bonaire, Caribbean, Netherlands. Next up is Bonaire, often called the shore diving capital of the world. Here, you don't need boats, long rides, or seasickness pills. You can literally drive your rental truck along the coast, pull over where you see a yellow dive marker, and walk straight into the water. For beginners, that freedom takes away a lot of the stress. No complicated boat schedules, no pressure. Once you dip below the surface, it's paradise. Think schools of parrotfish chomping noisily on coral, delicate seahorses hanging onto seagrass with their tails, and bright sponges that look like they were painted by an abstract artist. And since many sites are shallow, you don't have to go deep to see something amazing. Bonaire is a year-round destination. The island has a dry climate, so even in the rainy months, it doesn't get much wetter than a leaky snorkel mask. The water temperature stays warm and inviting, averaging 26 to 29 degrees Celsius, or 79 to 84 degrees Fahrenheit. On land, Bonaire has its own flavor. You can try windsurfing in Loch Bay, a protected lagoon famous for steady winds. Or, if you're more of a land explorer, head to the Flamingo Sanctuary and watch these pink beauties strut their stuff. Let's face it, flamingos are basically the divas of the bird world. Number 8. Koh Tao, Thailand. Coming in at number 8 is Koh Tao, Thailand. This little island has become almost synonymous with learning to dive. Dive schools are everywhere. Seriously, you can't swing a snorkel without hitting one. For beginners, this is great news. Affordable courses, experienced instructors, and calm bays designed for learning. The underwater life here is surprisingly rich. You might spot a reef shark cruising lazily along, giant groupers hiding in the reef, or, if you hit the jackpot, a whale shark, the ocean's gentle giant, passing by. Koh Tao has dozens of beginner-friendly sites like Japanese Gardens and Mango Bay, where shallow reefs let you practice your buoyancy without pressure. The calmest season to visit is from March through September. Outside those months, monsoon rains can stir things up, but diving still goes on most of the year. When you're not in the water, Koh Tao's hills and viewpoints offer spectacular hikes. The John Suan viewpoint is one of the best, with panoramic views of twin bays and turquoise water. Afterward, grab some Thai street food. Just don't order Thai spicy unless you're ready for a burn hotter than your dive torch. Number 7. Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands. Number 7 takes us to Grand Cayman, where diving is as beginner-friendly as it gets. The water is famously clear, the currents are mild, and sites like Eden Rock are right off the shore. Then, of course, there's Stingray City, a sandbar where you can snorkel or dive with giant southern stingrays. They'll swim right up to you like friendly puppy dogs, if puppies were flat, slimy, and lived in the ocean. Underwater, you'll also see tarpon, coral gardens, and schools of tropical fish. The shallow reefs are great for learning because you can stay in comfortable depths while still seeing plenty. The sweet spot to visit is December through April, when the weather is dry and comfortable. Hurricane season does exist here too, so check your dates carefully if you're planning a summer trip. On land, Grand Cayman isn't short on attractions. You can relax on 7 Mile Beach, visit the Cayman Turtle Center, or take a trip to Hell, literally. There's a little town called Hell, complete with jagged black limestone formations. Send a postcard home stamped from Hell, and watch your friends question your vacation choices. Number 6. Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. In 6th place, we jet off to Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt. The Red Sea is a diver's dream with some of the most colorful reefs in the world. And the best part? Beginners can enjoy it too. Sharm offers calm bays and shore access reefs where new divers can start slow before tackling more advanced spots. The visibility here is out of this world, 30 meters or more on a good day. Imagine slipping into water so clear it feels like floating in space, except instead of stars, you've got clownfish darting around and lionfish showing off their stylish fins. The best seasons to visit are spring and fall, March to May or September to November. The water is warm, the air is comfortable, and you'll dodge the extreme summer heat. On the surface, Sharm has a lot to offer. You can go on a desert safari, try quad biking over the dunes, or climb Mount Sinai for a sunrise you won't forget. Just remember, if you're planning to climb a mountain before a dive, space out your activities. Your legs might forgive you, but your dive instructor definitely won't. Number 5. Maui, Hawaii. Halfway through the list, we land in Maui, Hawaii. Maui is ideal for beginners because of places like Molokini Crater's Inside Reef, a partially submerged volcanic crater that shelters calm, shallow waters perfect for first dives. It's basically nature's training pool, only with more turtles. Marine life is abundant. You'll swim with green sea turtles, locals call them honu, spot manta rays gliding overhead, and if you're there in winter, you might even hear humpback whales singing in the distance. It's like having a live whale soundtrack to your dive. Eat your heart out, Spotify. The best time to visit is April through October when seas are calmest. Winter diving is still possible, but waves can get rough. When you're topside, Maui delivers unforgettable adventures. Drive the famous road to Hana with its waterfalls and lush forests, or head to Haleakala National Park to watch the sunrise from above the clouds. Just bundle up. It gets surprisingly cold up there. Nothing like freezing on a volcano after sweating in a wetsuit to balance your vacation. Number 4. Gili Islands, Indonesia. At number 4 are the Gili Islands in Indonesia. These 3 little islands off Lombok are about as beginner-friendly as it gets. The water is calm, visibility is excellent, and the vibe is relaxed. Even better, no cars, no traffic, no honking horns, just bicycles, horse carts, and the sound of waves. Underwater, the Gilis are turtle central. Hawksbill and green turtles are everywhere, so you won't go a dive without spotting at least a few. Add in reef sharks, schools of colorful fish, and coral reefs that look like underwater gardens, and you've got yourself a dream start. May through September is the driest season and the best time for diving, though it's possible year-round. Above the surface, the islands have their own charm. Lounge on a beanbag by the beach, sip a fresh coconut, or catch an outdoor movie under the stars. Life slows down here, and honestly, the hardest part of the trip might be convincing yourself to leave. Number 3. Curaçao, Caribbean. In 3rd place, we've got Curaçao, often overshadowed by Aruba and Bonaire. But make no mistake, Curaçao is a gem, especially for beginners. The reefs are shallow and close to shore, the currents are minimal, and the diving feels effortless. Underwater, Curaçao serves up trumpetfish, moray eels peeking from coral holes, and sprawling gardens of hard and soft coral. Beginners can practice their skills in calm, forgiving conditions, while still feeling like they're on a serious adventure. The island is diveable year-round, but January to September tends to be driest and sunniest. On land, Curaçao shines with culture and color. Willemstad, the capital, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with pastel-painted Dutch Caribbean buildings lining the waterfront. Exploring the town feels like walking through a storybook, only with better cocktails waiting at the end. Number 2. Great Barrier Reef, Australia. Runner-up spot goes to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Yes, it's the most famous dive destination in the world, but it's also surprisingly beginner-friendly. Dive operators in Cairns and Port Douglas specialize in intro dives where you're carefully guided every step of the way. Shallow coral gardens and calm sections of the reef let you enjoy the magic without feeling overwhelmed. Marine life here is incredible. Expect clownfish, giant clams big enough to sit in, but please don't, and coral bommies that rise up like underwater skyscrapers. The reef stretches over 2,300 kilometers, so there's no shortage of beginner-friendly sections. The best months are June through October when seas are calm and visibility is at its peak. Back on land, you can explore the Daintree rainforest, where ancient ferns meet tropical beaches, or ride the Kuranda Scenic Railway through lush jungle and waterfalls. It's the perfect 1-2 punch: jungle in the morning, reef in the afternoon. Number 1. The Maldives. Finally, number 1 on our list is the Maldives. If scuba diving had a luxury starter pack, this would be it. Warm, calm lagoons make for stress-free diving, and the visibility is so good you'll feel like you're floating in an underwater IMAX theater. Many resorts have shallow house reefs right off the beach, so you can roll out of bed, walk a few steps, and be surrounded by marine life in minutes. You'll encounter reef sharks gliding past with zero concern, eagle rays that look like flying carpets, and coral walls bursting with color. Even as a beginner, you'll feel like you're diving in a National Geographic documentary. The best season is November through April, during the dry northeast monsoon. Above water, the Maldives is all about barefoot luxury. Think overwater villas, endless turquoise horizons, and the kind of sunsets that make you forget about your phone, until you remember you need a photo. And there you have it, the top 10 best beginner-friendly dive spots on Earth. Whether you're drifting through Cozumel, biking around the Gilies, or just trying not to walk backward in your fins, these spots are the perfect way to start your underwater adventure.
Thanks for diving in with me today. If you enjoyed this adventure, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next one.